Well, hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Erica and I'm going to read an article to you now that I wrote for Dock Walk in 2024. This one is targeting crew who've just got their first job perhaps, or maybe they're a couple of seasons deep. I think everyone can stand to listen to this one. It's how to be a good crew member. Okay, so buckle up kids, take it on the chin, and hopefully you'll learn something today. Right, so as the season rolls on, the stress levels rocket and the tolerance levels plummet. When the hours are long and the tempers are short, what can we do to make sure we're a happy bunch and nobody wants to throttle us or pop a pillow over our faces in the night? Well, let's start by being considerate crew members. It's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture, but in close quarters, we really need to be aware of how our actions and moods can affect the whole crew. Here are some tips and hints to make you more popular within your team. Be an empath. Even if you totally disagree with someone, just stop and try and understand where they're coming from. Put yourself in their shoes. Would you feel like this if the tables were turned? Even if you wouldn't, try to respect their feelings and their right to feel that way. Sorry, I've got a bit of a sniffly nose today. I think I've got a bit of hay fever. Anyway, enough about me and my problems. Listen more. Don't just hear them, actively listen to each other. It shows you respect their views and their feelings, even if you don't. Active listening involves paying attention, providing feedback, so you reflect on what they're saying, avoiding judgment, and giving appropriate responses once they've finished talking. And using non-verbal cues, so body language and facial expressions, to convey attentiveness. This is a brilliant skill to develop for all relationships, be it work or the more familiar type. Basically, get off your phone, give someone your full attention. So, number 3, the third point is be helpful. You're tired? Yeah, we're all tired, but face it, the sooner everyone's done for the day, the sooner we can all clear off and go out for a run, a beer, a coffee, or just hide in our cabins and video call our mum, boyfriend, sister, therapist, etc, etc. So deckies, go help on the interior if you're all done. An interior crew, you're expert cleaners, so get out on deck and get that chamois out and show them how it's done. Next up is be polite and appreciative. So remember your mum drilling the pleases and thank yous into you as a child. Continue with that. Be courteous, appreciate that the decky just passed you the mayo, or that the engineer emptied the dishwasher instead of ignoring it, or the captain strongly recommended a restaurant to the guests, to give you lot a break for the evening. Respect people's personal space. Don't hover where you're not wanted. You need to learn to read the room, even in common areas. So if your bunkmate is on a call in your cabin, don't barge in, plonk yourself down and start listening. Give people a bit of space. And if you do overhear anything personal, keep it to yourself. Don't be all up in people's business. Be clean, neat and tidy, especially in your cabin. Nothing worse than getting up in the dark and tripping over your roomie's hair straighteners or treading on a random plug. Actually, it's worse than Lego. Be aware, your crew cabins are small enough without, adding messy hazards to them. Be thoughtful. Anticipate your crewmates' needs and be proactive. Chefs are actually really good at this. If the engineer's been trying to fix something that you broke all day, then, bring them a coffee and a cookie. Offer help. Even if it's a no, they'll appreciate you for asking. Conflict resolution skills. That one again. Instead of firing back, a good crew member will approach conflict calmly, constructively, and look for a mutually agreeable solution. Or even better, look for ways to avoid conflict before it even happens. That is like genius level doing that. Punctuality. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Rocking up late. It's just disrespectful to the whole team. It shouts, I don't value you, or I think I'm more important than you are. So don't be that person. There's really no excuse because your commute is about 10 seconds. Finally, be positive. Maintaining that cheery disposition will help the atmosphere on board, and it will rub off on others even if they don't want it to, especially in a tight-knit crew. Some of the best references I receive as a crew agent are those praising the crew member's ability to be considerate, like she was always so positive even under pressure, or he wasn't shy to help out in other departments. Comments like these go such a long way in securing your next job. So if all of this is too much to remember, then basically just treat others how you'd like to be treated yourself, and you're already on your way to being a better crew member. Now, if you enjoyed that, there's lots more of this stuff. Guess where it is? You know what I'm going to say, don't you? It's in my book. It's in my book, Super Yacht Life. There's a lot of stuff about soft skills in there. So we've got the greenie section. We've got a lot of careers focused advice, but we've also got so much stuff on soft skills, which will make you a better crew member, and it'll just make you so much happier. Honestly, makes a huge difference. Soft skills are just not in any courses in this industry, really. So yeah, read my book, it might help. As always, give me your comments below. Excuse me. Tell me, something about, how are you a good crew member? Or maybe your cabin mate just made all the difference last year and was an absolute pleasure to share with. Tell me why. Give us some goss, drop me a comment below, like, subscribe and all that good stuff. And in the meantime, behave yourselves, be considerate, listen, communicate, and give someone a cookie. I find that always helps.